Joe Biden. This is a piece of work. So Joe Biden, obviously the media doesn't particularly care who Joe Biden raises money from. Obviously the media doesn't particularly care that Joe Biden is going around, begging Wall Street for money. I just find it amazing because to Joe Biden's credit, I will give Joe Biden credit on this. He lets journalists into his fundraisers and we find out where they are and who they're with. So he's not hiding the corruption. Jen put this together for us, but I want to show you first. I tweeted this out the other day. This morning, middle-class Joe Biden held a fundraiser with giant Wall Street law firm Scott & Arps, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, who's represented champions of the working class like DuPont. DuPont poisons multiple communities. There's a motion picture with Mark Ruffalo about DuPont's criminal pollution and cover-ups. Pfizer, has bribery cases in 8 countries. Oh, I miswrote it. 8 countries. Those wonderful banks, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, helped us tank the global economy, destroy your 401k. Those wonderful champions of the working class. That's where Joe Biden held a fundraiser in their office. I mean, you just can't make this up. You can't make it up. So who was at? Who was at this fundraiser? And, of course, the media never covers these things. And this is why Joe Biden is literally considered to be a friend of the working class. Does this sound like a friend like the working class when he's doing fundraisers in the top floor of Wall Street law firms? That sounds like a friend of the worker bee? It's just astounding to me. So who was at this thing? We have, and I'm literally just reading from Jen's notes that she helped put together for me. Not help, she put them together for me. Main host, Mark Angelson, chairman of the Biden Foundation, blah, 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 blah. He was with R.R. Donnelley, American Fortune 500, integrated communications company. The real ticker here, he was Rahm Emanuel's deputy mayor of Chicago. Oh, if he was working under Rahm Emanuel, they were doing real business for the working class there. The Rahm Emanuel, 16 shots in a cover-up, who covered up the murder of Laquan McDonald, I think he was a 17-year-old black man in Chicago. Rahm Emanuel's deputy mayor. I'm sure this guy is super progressive, really cares about the working class. This one hurt me. Asher Edelman, i.e., the real Gordon Gekko. Asher, he's a traitor. No, I'm kidding. I'm the real-life Gordon Gekko, and I support Bernie Sanders. So Gordon Gekko supported Bernie Sanders in 2016. The potential for depression looms on the horizon. The Vermont senator is the only candidate who could stop banks from spiraling out of control again. So it looks like Gordon Gekko, the real-life Gordon Gekko, had a come-to-Jesus moment in 2016 when it was Bernie Sanders versus Queen Hillary. But apparently, he thinks we need to restore the soul of the country. And I'm not knocking him. I'm not trying to be like, oh, Gordon Gekko was good in 2016 because he was for Bernie and now he's bad. But I just find it interesting that Gordon Gekko, the real Gordon Gekko, this guy Asher, Gordon Gekko suddenly thinks like, oh no, the banks aren't a big deal. Let Joe Biden go around, have campaign and champagne and caviar. We need to defeat Trump. The voters won't care about a corrupt Wall Street servant like Joe Biden because obviously they didn't care that Hillary Clinton was a corrupt Wall Street servant. What are these people thinking? So now he's supporting the same exact candidate, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton with a penis, thinking that's going to defeat Donald Trump when it didn't defeat him in 2016? I just don't understand. I really don't. So, Mark Kaplan, counsel to Scott & Arps, again, the Wall Street law firm that Joe Biden's fundraiser was held in, that represents DuPont, Pfizer, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America. Oh, it's just unbelievable, this guy. Unbelievable. He also was the chief executive officer at Drexel Burnham Lambert, Inc., which is an American investment bank that was forced into bankruptcy in February 1990 due to its involvement in illegal activities in the junk bond market driven by senior executives. Man, Joe Biden only surrounds himself with winners. Claire DeMatteis was a lobbyist on behalf of the aforementioned criminal DuPont. Gotta love it. Sports betting. Oh, this one really. I had to ask Jen. I forgot who he was. Marcus Asner, former lawyer for Martin Shkreli. Remember that farmer bro? Martin Shkreli? I'm mispronouncing. You know, the guy who increased the prices of life-saving drugs from $13.50 a tablet to $750 a tablet. This guy, oh, Joe Biden's just doing fundraisers with his lawyer. And before you start saying, no, this is not a Mitt Romney fundraiser. This was Joe Biden's fundraiser the other morning. This is not Mitt Romney's fundraiser. This is not a Paul Ryan fundraiser. This is not Chamber of Commerce. This is Joe Biden. Oh, God. Another Skadden attorney. Again, the law firm that represents DuPont, represents Pfizer, Bank of America, JP Morgan. You got Bart Friedman, a lawyer for Big Pharma. He's a partner and senior counsel at Cahill, Gordon, and Reindl, and also serves on multiple corporate boards, including that of New York-based Ovid Therapeutics, a biopharmaceutical company that manufactures drugs that treat rare neurological disorders. Ooh! Ovid is a member of the Biotechnology Innovation Organization, a pharmaceutical trade that is a member of the Partnership for Americans Healthcare Fund, the front group going after Medicare for All and attacking Medicare for All. I mean, I could keep reading this, but, oh, Alex Katz does government relations, i.e. lobbying for Blackstone. Blackstone is the company that has the most invested in fossil fuel projects. I mean, I'll give it. Oh, corporate. Gary Natfilis, corporate defense lawyer, also a former lawyer for a Saudi Arabian banker. Sean Mounted, lawyer defending against securities fraud. I mean, are you kidding me? Jen, you might have to write a story on this. You really might have to write a story on this. Joe Biden, in one conference room, has lawyers for criminal companies like DuPont, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Pfizer. He has lobbyists for those companies in the same room. He has the lawyer for Martin Shkreli, I'm mispronouncing his last name, Farmer Bro, who I think the price gouging was $700 or some insane amount for life-saving HIV drugs, among other drugs that they price gouged. Oh, by the way, he was just moved from his prison to another prison where he was found doing similar shady stuff. He had a cell phone they snuck in for him, and he was still operating his pharma company and doing shady things. This is the people that Joe Biden surrounds himself with, and we're supposed to sit, listen, you want to make the argument, we just got to get rid of Trump? Okay, get rid of Trump. So we could have the return of the Gordon Gekkos all around us? You want to replace on fire broccoli with severely burnt and disgusting broccoli. And besides like the immoral nature of all this, besides the sleazy nature, besides the fact that Joe Biden will jump as high as you tell him for that cash, besides the fact that when Joe Biden becomes president, if he becomes president, he's going to surround himself with all of these same people, and we're just gonna, you think under Joe Biden this is gonna get any better? Please. All that wealth going to the top 1%, aka theft. Besides the fact that this is just sleazy, disgusting, and terrible, Shkreli, thank you. Do you not think that Donald Trump is going to be able to muddy the waters to cancel out his own corruption the same way he did against Hillary Clinton by pointing all this out? Do you not think that when Joe Biden goes after Donald Trump for giving tax cuts to the rich and the corporations and cutting food stamps and doing all these terrible things, That Donald Trump's not going to just point at being like, you took more money from Wall Street than anyone. Look at the people you're surrounding yourself. Your son, $50,000 a month in Ukraine. You doing private jets with campaign money. You having DuPont executives, DuPont lobbyists, Pfizer lobbyists around you. Donald Trump is beatable. Everybody says he's so hard to beat. I think he can be beaten. But you cannot beat Donald Trump with a, if Donald Trump is the Budweiser of corruption, with the Budweiser Light of corruption. You can't beat Donald Trump with Diet Coke versus Coke. Joe Biden would get demolished. And by the way, this kind of record is exactly what will depress the vote for the black voters that a Democratic nominee would need to come out. Hillary Clinton lost 5% of the black vote in 2016 compared to Obama in 2012. This kind of record, this kind of funding, this kind of sleaziness is exactly what will depress the vote among Latinos. Hillary Clinton lost 5% of the Latino vote compared to Obama in 2012. This kind of record is what will depress the vote for age 18 to 29 if Biden is the nominee. Hillary Clinton lost 6% of the 18 to 29 vote compared to Obama of 2012. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.